Good morning. This is about South Indian Bank um, clerical recruitment interview questions. So I thought I can share with you some of the important points. For example, I think I can share with you. Yeah, 1 minute. I can share the South Indian Bank interview questions. South Indian Bank interview questions. Yeah. So this I can make it slightly bigger so that I can read it easily and you can also see. So I will share this screen for you and try to read out um, the content. Yeah, I think this one. I will share this screen for you. Here, some of the questions that were asked in the South Indian Bank interview yesterday. Introduce yourself. Why banking sector? How will you develop a nation's economy by working in a bank? Why don't you do PhD or teaching? Why do you want to come to bank? Probably this candidate is MSc or so. Then again ask the same question. What is OD account? Overdraft account. Overdraft account is happening in the case of current account where if the bank allows you a limit based on security or without security and allows you to draw the funds even though you do not have funds in the current account. So that facility of your being able to draw above the amount you have kept in the account is known as overdraft account. The same system, if it is maintained as OD, again some say goods and all that, that is known as cash credit, wherein the customer is supposed to submit the stock statement based on which limit will be allowed and OCC limit will be given, and the other operations are same as OD. Savings account means what? Savings account is meant for saving purposes, normally opened by salaried income people and self-employed people and businessmen and also their family members. And here we keep the money that we are not using for business. It is kept there, and in case of emergency, we can use it by drawing the funds by using our ATM card or by withdrawing by check. Savings account is transferable from one branch to another branch also. But nowadays, it is not very important for transferring the account because due to core banking solution, we can operate from another branch also. What account you can hold? You can say, I can have a savings bank account. I can have fixed deposit account if I have money. I can also have recurring deposit. Recurring deposit is one where you have to pay every month installments. I think the next question is asked that way. What is RD and FD? Recurring deposit is one which is opened for say 6 months to 10 years. You have to remit every month the same amount. At the end of the period, the bank will pay you not only the principal amount remitted by you, but also the interest. But nowadays you have variable deposit schemes also, whereby initially you open for 500, later on after 6 months or so, you can revise it to 100,000 rupees and all. But that is far away, that is not required for you. Tell about S.I.B, South Indian Bank. Tell about South Indian Bank means I request you to go through the website of South Indian Bank and tell the important points that comes to your mind. Especially there they have given about us. What are the achievements made by them, that the first Kerala private sector bank for core banking, then cash currency, just like that. So many items they have given. Please go through that and tell the important points that comes to your mind. In the South Indian Bank, you will have personal banking, private banking, personal banking, and what is the other one? Personal bank, South Indian Bank, personal banking. There is one more clause given, priority banking, NRI banking, business banking. So you can go through that, and based on that, you can answer the questions. Now, this is what I was sharing with you. Then what is a private bank and public bank? A private sector bank is one where the investment of the government is less than 50%. A public sector bank is one where the investment of the government is more than 50%. What type of bank is S.I.B? S.I.B is a private sector commercial bank, scheduled commercial bank. Scheduled commercial bank means the bank that is which is included in the second schedule of RBI Act. What is your father? If they ask, many candidates are telling the name of father. That is not required. You just tell my father is working as a doctor, as a lawyer, or as self-employed, like that. What are the disadvantages of being a teacher according to you? The disadvantage of being a teacher is that I don't think there is any disadvantage, but then the disadvantage of this, particularly now, to get a teacher job itself is difficult. Lecturer job, teacher job is difficult. And after getting that, you have to read the same thing and repeat the same thing every now and then. And there may not be any variety. Whereas in the case of bank, you have the option of moving with different types of new customers, new branches, like that, and challenges of rising up in the career. In the case of teacher, you remain a teacher and thereafter you become a head teacher or headmaster. Difference between check and DD, a check and a demand draft. A check is drawn by a customer on his bank account. Demand draft is issued by a bank on another branch of the bank for the monies remitted by the customer. And in the case of check, it can be made bearer or order. A DD cannot be made bearer. It is made only order. Then a DD will not be returned unpaid for want of funds. A check can be returned for want of funds. So these are the points you can tell about check and demand draft. A check is signed by the customer of the bank. A demand draft is signed by the officer of the bank. Then what are your hobbies? You tell your hobbies, say reading newspaper, watching television, then playing games, then also doing social service to be of help to others, then gardening, something like that, and try to develop some ideas to talk about that. Do you have any questions? It is not necessary you must ask a question. You must say, if you have a question, you can ask. Otherwise, you can say, thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. I wish I get selected. Thank you so much. This is what it is. I'm stopping sharing of this and stopping this video.